part 2 of Hunting Wives, the conclusion. Alright, you need to watch part 1 to understand this video. I made that video yesterday, so today it's this one. This is part 2. This is what ended up happening versus my theory. So, my theory was wrong. Pretty wrong. I was kind of sad that I was actually pretty off. They found the missing girl. So, the pastor did that. But I already knew the pastor didn't kill Abby because he liked Abby too much. Like, I was like, no, there's no way. And he kept the other 2 girls alive. That he kidnapped. Because he kidnapped this one girl named Nina. And then he kidnapped the main girl that was the kidnapped victim from the beginning. So, and then he just himself. So, you know, there was that. So then he was like out of the picture. So after that, it kind of went downhill because like a buttload of people died. I was like, dang. So yeah, he did that. He was the first one. Then they pinned it on the mom of the girl that, or the boy that was in the relationship, the girl that got murdered. Which I already knew it wasn't her. So, we figured that out. It wasn't her. But sadly, that girl's mom got, so that's 3 people. So I'm like, oh dang, that's so sad. And then after that happened, well, Callie shot her. So Callie did, in fact, kill somebody, but it wasn't the person I thought it was. To save Margot, which is Margot, if you remember, like I said yesterday, it was Sophie's like lover, and Callie loved her, and that was why my theory was like Callie's the ride or die, and Callie like would do anything for Margot. So I was right about that part. Just not, you know, do that with Abby, for the reason I was thinking. So we find out that it was Margot that ended up Abby because she got pregnant by the teenager. But she's a teenager. She's like 40 and he's like 18. That's, again, I don't condone that, but that's part of the show. So she got pregnant, had the A word, like got rid of the baby. Sad, as it is. And she didn't want nobody to find out because she wasn't supposed to be doing that with a dude, because that was her and her husband's agreement. It was only to do it with women, not doing it with the dude. So her husband, she confessed it to her husband. She confessed all of it to her husband, I think, other than the unaliving the girl, but the guy relationship, she admitted it. And her husband got mad and kicked her out, and then she went to her brother's house, told him everything. Then he went to go try to find Sophie, because Sophie confronted her and was like, I know what happened, you know, I know you did this, because she figured it out. And then sadly she did that, and Sophie ended up unaliving the brother, Margot's brother, and that's how it ended. And so we ended up like with 5 people that got unalived by the end of or 5 or 6 unalived by the end of the series. So I was like, dang. So they are gonna obviously have a season 2. It reminded me kind of a Good Girls, like if you ever seen that one, that kind of thing. But I was like, man, like, it's horrible. But yeah, like, spoilers. I know I already said that in the last one, so sorry. I should have said it in the beginning of this one. Spoilers, spoilers, spoilers. So it's just horrible. I'll put it in hashtags because I forgot to say in the beginning. I'm gonna be hashtags big spoilers, so that way nobody can click on the video unless they already watched it or whatever. But I was wrong. I mean, Callie, but she told Callie what happened, and she told Callie how Sophie is like being crazy, quote unquote, and so the policeman and her are supposed to be watching Sophie closely. So season 2, it's gonna be them against each other, which is really sad. But it might end up being like, hey, you don't say anything about me, your brother, I won't say anything about you, Abby, and then we can just move on. And I mean, you know, because then it's like, well, we both win, because then we're both murderers at this point. Like, smarter thing to do would be for them to be like, okay, like, I hate you too. And then be like, because they're both going to be in trouble regardless, because Sophie did a hit and run. I keep saying Abby because Abby's the one that died. Sophie did a hit and run, and then Margot shot somebody. So, technically they should just be like, okay, like, call it truce. We both are bad. We both killed people. We're both crazy. Whatever. And then move on and have Sophie move away or something. I don't know, but it was crazy because it went from, like, friends to lovers to enemies, like, throughout the 8 episodes. And it's only 8 episodes. Like, it's really short. Like, I watched it within, like, a whole day. Like, I binge watched it. So, but there you go. That is the conclusion of the Hunting Wives. So, let me know if you watch it. Let me know if you've seen it, what you thought was going to happen at the end, if it met your expectations or not. And yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, again, like, comment, subscribe. And if you have any other series that are short that I can watch within a day that you want me to guess the ending of, let me know, because these are fun to do and it passes time for me. So yeah, all right, love you guys. Bye.